What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Teddy Santis New Balance 990 V3 in the Sea Salt and Rain Cloud colorway. Today's video is brought to you by Hefalux. Hefalux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell ETPU insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable insole for everyone. So I've been a paying customer of Hefalux for years now, and to me, I personally find them to be very comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the latest release coming out from Teddy Santis, better known as the founder of Aime Leon Dore, after being named last year as the creative director of New Balance's Made in USA line. So this is a follow-up to those 3 pairs that were released in that Marblehead and Incense colorways. But the colorway for this one is Sea Salt and Rain Cloud, and I believe alongside this one, I think they're also dropping a 990 V2 as well, which was raffled off earlier this week on Aime Leon Dore's website, and I don't know if there's going to be a wider release of that one as well, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So these V3s released on May 26th for a price of $210 US or 260 Canadian dollars. And the style code for this shoe is M990AL3. And of course, this being part of the Made in USA collection, this pair is made in the USA, but unlike the previous set where they heavily featured the use of suede, this one in contrast uses a full grain leather instead. So diving into the details, the base layer of this shoe, this is constructed out of a white colored mesh. We have this reflective 3M overlay at the very bottom in black, and then overlaid on either side and in the middle, we have these gray colored leather overlays. Surrounding the front toe cap, this is covered in leather as well, but unlike the rest of the majority of the leather used on this shoe, which is white, they opted for a sail or slightly off-white colored leather here instead. Moving downwards, covering the mid panel, we have this very soft white colored leather, and the top 2 eyelets are constructed out of a black colored TPU. Stitched underneath this in the middle, we have the New Balance N logo, which is done in this reflective 3M finish with silver, a black outline, and then a white outline on the edge. As we move downwards, we have more of that visible white mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box, and we have another overlay of gray colored leather on top. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have more of that very soft white colored leather, and stamped on the lateral side, we have 990 branding in black. In the center of the heel, we have this perforated gray colored nubuck with this red colored New Balance branding in the middle, and on the very top of the heel, we have the silver reflective 3M panel with these perforations on either side and Made in USA branding in the middle. Turning our attention back to the front, so for the laces, these come with 2 different lace options. The standard default lace that these come with is a flat style lace, which is done in this cream color, but they also give you a secondary pair of laces, which is done in more of a light gray or pale gray finish. Underneath this, the majority of the tongue is constructed out of that same mesh material that we saw earlier on the toe box, but we have this nylon overlay on the very top in dark gray, with this New Balance USA branding done in the silver and red colored mix. The back of the tongue and the interior of this shoe, this is lined in a white colored nylon material, and then as we take a look at the insoles, these come with a very well padded foam insole. It's finished in this cream color on top, and just like all the other pairs in this Teddy Santis New Balance collection so far, we have this new style of New Balance branding stamped on the heel in black. So the upper of the 990 V3 sits atop this full-length absorbed foam midsole. For the most part, the midsole is painted in this off-white or sail colored finish, but in addition to the absorb, they also incorporate New Balance's end cap technology, which is basically a soft EVA core surrounded by a stiffer polyurethane rim, which gives you a good balance of support and softness. Right above this on the heel, we have the silver colored TPU heel clip with New Balance branding, and this helps give you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. And then as we turn the shoe over to the bottom, here we have our classic 990 V3 outsole. So this is done in a mix of dark gray and medium gray colored rubber. We have this diamond shaped traction pattern on the forefoot, along with these grooves to give you added flexibility. And underneath the rubber in the middle, we have this carbon fiber shank plate, which helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these 990 V3s. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like most of my other 990 V3s, so I personally prefer to go a half size down. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I wear a 9.5 in models like the V3, the V4, and the V5, along with the 992, and most of my 550s as well. and in comparison, I stick true to size or a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 997, the 990 V2 because of its more narrow toe box, most of my 2002 Rs, along with a lot of the made in UK models like the 991, the 1500, and the 1530. So long story short, if you like more of a snug fit, definitely go half size down, but if you have wider feet or you prefer more of a roomy fit, you can definitely stick true to size as well. Next up in terms of the comfort, so in my opinion the 990 V3 is right up there in terms of the most comfortable New Balance silhouette. The thing I love most about this shoe is that it feels very well balanced. It's not going to be overly soft and mushy, and it's not going to be overly stiff and uncomfortable. And I think they strike that right balance so that straight out of the box you can feel that cushioning underfoot, but you can wear this shoe for many hours in a day and it still gives you a ton of support and lockdown. So personally for me, this is a shoe I can bring on vacation if I know I'm walking around all day, and chances are I'm going to feel no pain or no fatigue in the arches of my feet. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, I thought it was very solid. I thought the leathers that they used were very high quality. You can really see those natural leather grains as you run your fingers across it. And yes, while I'm typically more used to nubuck or suede on New Balance 990 V3, I think the use of leather was a very welcome change, and I thought they executed it very well. And that's evident with the overall craftsmanship, which I personally thought was very solid as well. So kudos to New Balance for giving us a very high quality premium product. With all that out of the way now, let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look. I gotta say, Teddy Santis and New Balance did another great job on this colorway. While this is obviously a much more simpler take compared to the Marblehead and Incense collection, I think for summer this shoe would look really nice. And I really like the simplicity of it, letting the material quality really speak for itself and letting it shine, and giving us a shoe that's gonna be very wearable, very versatile, and a shoe that you can pair with a whole wide array of outfits. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Sea Salt and Rain Cloud New Balance 990 V3. What are your overall thoughts on this specific colorway? And between this one and the Marblehead Incense pair, which of the V3s do you prefer? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Another huge shout out goes out to the sponsor for today's video, Hefalux, and for everyone else, appreciate your love and support, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.